So in real estate, you get a lot of questions of timing, when to sell, when to move, everything like that. And everybody usually just says the blanket thing, when it's right for you, when it's time to sell, this and that. And yes, I agree. You have to have the right timing. Like if everything doesn't line up, like my wife and I always say, if it doesn't make sense or we can't figure out what to do nothing. We agree with that. So the catch is if you can't sell or you can't move or your timing's not right, absolutely. But there is times when timing is right. I'll give you an example. Sold a chunk of land to a developer for an investment. Huge chunk of land. D.R. Horton bought it. D.R. Horton bought it. And we're the sellers. And the sellers behind it want to sell. I said, timing's right now. Let's get it sold. You'll get a good chunk of money. No. We heard they're not going to develop for a few years or this or that. And so they waited a few years. Nope, don't want to sell. Nope, don't want to do anything. Waited a few years. It's completely clear cut. Now it's development. People know they're building behind. The market's down. They've lost probably, estimating here, $150,000, $200,000. Not using me, of course, because whatever. Apparently should have pushed more. Apparently I wasn't pushing enough or they were pushing, whatever the case is. They needed to sell. They didn't. They waited. Now guess what? They have disclosed behind them there's a development. 2, their prices are going to tank because who wants to buy a nice big home with 5 acres with the development right behind it? 3, the market's just completely tanked. Timing is everything. If you're not ready to sell, you're going to be stuck with the consequences. So yes, I get you have to be ready. And yes, you have to, if things don't work, absolutely. Be honest, there is times where you need to sell. Like if you're going to move in 2 years and you can sell right now for a higher price, move now. Don't wait. I mean, if you're going to take a $100K hit and you can't afford that, fair enough. I mean, if school and kids and all that other stuff, absolutely. But there's times to sell when the market's right. So ask your real estate broker, ask your agent, and just say, what do you think? What's next year? Here's my plan. I have a lot of people gearing up for next year. Yeah, it's supposed to kick off. We'll see if it does or not. But if you can sell right now and take a chunk of cash out, because you can have that cash and you can maneuver and go. And who knows what holds for the market next year, the way the rates are going. And if everything's up and down, you never know. We go to war next year, you're screwed. You're in your house for 5 years. I mean, hopefully, dear goodness, we don't go to war. But that's always the case, is we don't know what's happening. And so if you can try to figure out the best time to sell with working with your time to sell, absolutely. But don't wait. Like, obviously, I mean, I've did the same thing. I made a video where I'm like, no, we need to sell right now to my wife. And we did. If we would have waited, I probably would have lost $50K minimum, just waiting 2 weeks. But you can feel in the market. You can know when it's going. So if you're thinking of selling now, thinking of selling next year, talk to a real estate broker. Call me. Let's get a game plan. Let's get it set up so you know when the right times are, when we can say, yes, the market's on fire right now. Because it may only just be a week. And then it's gone. Poof. I like sound effects. Getting that from the kids. Poof. That's the catch, is you need to be ready right away. All right, Captain Ron out. Have a good day.